Good morning and welcome to the Franchise Minute. I am Anna Wilds, the franchise economist, and joining us today is Emily Anderson with Lifetime Green Coatings. Welcome, Emily.
Hi, Anna. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. And today's topic should be of very high interest to our audience. We're going to talk about who makes a good franchisee. So, before we delve into that, Emily, tell the audience a little bit about yourself and how you came to work at Lifetime Green Coatings.
Thank you so much. I grew up with an entrepreneurial spirit in an entrepreneurial home. I actually started my own business in my early 20s, got to a point where I needed to either scale or bail after about 4 years.
Love that. Scale or bail.
I didn't there were no other owners like what we have in a franchise model. I was this one-woman show. I was the CEO and the janitor, the salesperson, and IT all in the same day. And I got kind of burned out after a couple of years without having a template to follow.
Mhm.
So I bailed, got a job at a very exciting Silicon Valley startup, and lost funding 6 months later. So there I was without a job or a business. But I got into franchising just over a decade ago. And, talk to me 11 years ago, I thought it was all $5 footlongs and golden arches. And I
Right,
was
right.
so amazed by the opportunities and the varieties in franchising. And so I I never left. You know how they say about franchising, once you get in, you never left. It has been such an amazing career helping people to become entrepreneurs every day with a lot more support and a lot less risk than what I had as a business owner.
Absolutely. Well, tell us how you came to work at Lifetime Green Coatings.
Yeah, so I am with a premier franchise growth firm called BrandONE.
Mhm.
And BrandONE is a boutique growth firm where we strategically partner with many franchise brands, commonly that are going through a growth phase, or in some
Mhm.
cases, a transition to ensure that they grow in a very intentional,
Mhm.
sustainable way. And so Lifetime Green Coatings is one of our strategic partners, and I have been working with them for just over a year in supporting their growth and development. And it has been an exceptional ride.
Well, Emily, tell the audience, what does Lifetime Green Coatings do?
Yeah. So this is what we call in franchising a categorical disruptor, where we are
Really?
absolutely disrupting the epoxy and poly market. And epoxy and poly based coatings, it's a $4 billion industry, but these are products that release VOCs and carcinogens. They're very harmful for the technicians that work with them. They're bad for the planet. And they tend to have a shelf life where they ultimately chip and crack, but we need something to protect the coat, or coat our garages, patios, laundry rooms, basements, etc.
Mhm.
And so what this is it's an eco-friendly alternative that is patent protected. It
Hmm.
is all natural. Not only is the product patent protected, but so is the manufacturing process. And Lifetime Green Coatings owns both. And so what
Wow.
we're doing is lifetime, it's got a lifetime guarantee. Green, it's all natural, eco-friendly, and coatings, where we not only go into the residential space, but we coat light commercial, light industrial. We also have national accounts with home builders like DR Horton.
Wow.
And yeah, it's a really exciting time. This product has actually been around for decades. Um, it coated the Broncos Stadium, the Mile High Stadium. It's
Really?
coated the Steelers Stadium. It's been in oil and gas. It's in agriculture, this product, which this doesn't mean much to some people, but if you're familiar at all with an NSF 61 certification, this is
Ooh.
NSF 61 certified. We are in agriculture, greenhouses, cannabis, soybean processing facilities. But this product is newly available, Anna,
Okay.
through a franchise license.
And to the residential market primarily.
Yeah, who knew that the very coating that was in the Broncos stadium and the Steelers stadium can now go in our garage?
or our bathroom or our shower. Yeah, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so today, let's focus on today's topic. So I'm going to ask you a two-part question.
Okay.
Who in general makes a good franchisee? Because there's so many preconceived notions people have about franchises, and they probably don't think, oh, I can't be a franchisee, or I don't have enough money, or whatever it is. So who makes a good franchisee in general? And then a follow-up question is, who is Lifetime Green Coatings looking for in a franchisee? Who makes a good franchisee for you, Emily?
Yeah. So that is a great question regarding who makes a good franchisee. And there are some common denominators. So someone who is willing to learn the
Mhm.
business system, the business model, and execute the model. Someone who
Right.
is willing to execute the operations, the tech stack, the marketing, etc. And so that implies, someone who's willing to learn. Also, I would say someone who has good leadership or management experience,
Mhm.
someone who's a good communicator, whether they're
Absolutely.
communicating
Mhm.
well with their employees or with their customers. But at the same time, there are so many different franchise models out there that whoever makes a good franchise owner for one business versus another business, it's all about finding the fit.
Right.
And I know I'm preaching to the choir here because this
That's what
is
I do.
this is your area of expertise.
Right.
So with Lifetime Green Coating specifically,
Mhm.
most of our franchise owners are doing what we call a semi-absentee ownership model. What I mean by that is most of our owners have a high level, often a corporate position.
Mhm.
We've placed financial executives, IT professionals that are keeping their job and they are overseeing a general manager who's running the business during the day. So,
Side hustle. That's the
yeah,
term, right?
yes, side hustle, exactly, which is really, really high in demand right now.
Oh,
Uh,
through the
and so,
roof.
yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, why not? I can't tell you how many people that I speak with, and they say, I want to be ready to exit corporate, excuse me, in X number of years. And
Right.
so if I start Lifetime Green Coatings now,
Mhm.
etc. So to be successful with Lifetime Green Coatings is going to require somebody who can delegate to
Mhm.
the general manager, someone who will provide financial management,
Mhm.
um, who will uh, kind of hire the GM and empower them to
Mhm.
oversee the crew and the KPIs. So it's going to be leadership, financial
Mhm.
management, great communication, and delegation.
Right, right, and holding that manager accountable. And running the business by the numbers is how I say it. It's like an executive oversight role, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, exactly, exactly, and I would say the other thing that's most common with Lifetime Green Coatings franchise owners to be successful here is this because of this proprietary product, it lends itself to a very efficient process, and what I mean by that is this is a simple business that
Mhm.
is very easy to scale. And so to be a successful Lifetime Green Coatings franchise owner, it's also people that are looking for simplicity and
Mhm.
scalability.
That's great. Now, one thing that's a huge plus for lifetime green coatings is I would estimate 90 to maybe even 95% of all franchises are owner operator models. So the fact
Mm,
that you have you called it semi-absentee, I call it manage the manager. I just think that's a little more descriptive. You're managing a manager. It's not a full-time commitment on the part of the owner because you put in place a full-time manager to take care of the daily operations, make sure the employees are taking care of the customers, right? So that is huge, huge, huge. And one other thing that I think is tremendously, I don't mean to sound like a commercial for Lifetime Green Coatings, but another massive plus in your favor is the fact that you're what we call a new emerging franchise. So that means there's what? Tell the audience, I don't want to steal your thunder about territory availability.
yeah, it's a really, really unique, what I would call a sweet
Mhm.
spot with a franchise because the product has been around for decades. Our Dallas location opened in 2016, so we've got a business that's time tested and proven, and we just started growing the franchise arm of it in Q4 of 22. So in about
Mhm.
14 months, we have approved, and there are agreements out, so don't quote me on this. I would say approximately 47 franchise
Wow.
owners who have secured a total of about 146
Wow.
territories across the country.
How fabulous is that?
Yeah, so it's so what I always say when it comes to franchising is rising tides
That's
raise
right.
all
That's right.
ships. And so when you're working in parallel with other high caliber, high level professionals who are also owning lifetime green coatings in their markets,
Mhm.
rising tides raise all
Right.
ships. We can support each
Right.
other.
Emily, we have run out of time. That was so fascinating. Great insights. Thank you for sharing them with both me and my audience. So, this is, well, let me ask you, Emily, if someone wants to learn more about Lifetime Green Coatings or any BrandONE brand, what do you recommend they do?
Green coatings is an exceptional business. I truly do. Is it perfect? No, it's an exceptional business. But the thing is it an exceptional business for everyone? And you work with many exceptional businesses. So lifetime green coatings may be a fit. And if it's not, you might be able to show them some other opportunities. Ultimately, it's about what's in the best interest of everyone involved. So I would say speak with you, your knowledge. You've been doing this, what,
Years, yeah.
21
Mhm.
years? Oh, yeah. Use
It's
you
my
as
joy and it's my passion, and I love working with awesome franchisors like you and awesome franchise candidates. So thank you so much. This is Emily Anderson with Lifetime Green Coatings. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
thank
And
you.
audience, I'm Anna Wiles, the franchise economist, and I want you to come back next week where we're going to have an amazing topic. It's we just came up with it. It's with your colleague Jeff. Following real estate trends. So don't want to miss it. I'm Anna Wilds, franchise economist. See you next Wednesday. Bye bye.